How you guys doing? It's me, BC, Josh. For those of you who actually know me by my actual name, you get the picture. At this point, you already see it in the title. You already know what I'm about to do. I'm basically, this is kind of a vlog as well as a BC rant, and y'all knew I was gonna say something about it. Price inflation on the last night toys. I've kept quiet long enough, and I realize, I'm sitting here talking about the last night toys when I haven't even reviewed him. So just work with me here, guys. Fact of the matter is, though, this irritates me on so many levels because, as you all know, I willingly bought movie toys since the '07 movies. I have Blackout from the first movie. I'm not even talking about the premium paint job, the one where it looks really, really nice. I'm talking the fucking garish powdered blue. But I still love that toy. And honestly, in my eyes, if you're gonna buy movie toys in general, go back to like the first movie and at least give some of the Dark of the Moon stuff a shot. The Age of Extinction stuff, it's cool. I like some of it, but there was just so much of it where like I felt the hype of holding the figures in my hand. But then as time went on, and I started picking the figures back up to kind of sit there, futz with them again, I'm like, what about this was appealing to me? And I guess that also in lies with the problem of these figures. How do I put this? I'm starting to lose my touch as far as collecting goes, and it's kind of sad, to be honest, because here I am sitting here looking at all of these. It's like, I'm pointing at one right here, like, Generations World. Y'all remember this review? Yeah, I reviewed this toy a long time ago. But, fact of the matter is, there's just no fucking excuse for this. Why take a figure that at one point only costed you $10 and jump it up? Like, when the movie toys jumped up to like $12, I was like, okay, whatever, it's just $2. I'm fine with that. Then they started jumping up to 15, and it's like that's when I was really starting to kind of feel kind of the burn on the pricing standpoint, because I was sitting there like, I can't I can't buy these in bulk like I used to. I just can't. But I was able to plan around that a little easier. $20 a fucking deluxe? No. Like, I have a hard enough time paying $25 for a fucking Voyager. You really think I'm gonna pay $5 less for a figure smaller? Hell no. Bear in mind, I got this when I was working at Walmart, and I had the discount, and it still ran me $25. And I bought him in a whole fucking. He was part of that whole fucking birthday haul. And for those of you that are, I don't even know if any of you are even mad at the fact that I didn't do any Age of Extinction reviews, really, because like, literally, look, I have all these Titan Return videos up. I have all these Combiner Wars reviews up, even though I was really late on a whole bunch of them. And I barely have anything Age of Extinction. I know me. I know me. I can't play the bias game. I can't. I have to be honest with every video I do. Buy that. Buy that. That is me being honest to God. Buy that. And those of us who really don't like the character, I still say, go out and get yourself one of these. This is a gorgeous toy in person. And this is coming from the guy who, when he first saw pictures of that figure, I hated it. So, these are $15 figures. I feel they do enough to warrant $15. Never in a million years will a deluxe ever be worth $20 fucking dollars. And that's not. I mean, like, I'm picking at the deluxes at this point. I haven't even touched the Voyagers. Because, I mean, like, here's something I'm going to do real quick. Kind of a little bit of a mini review. Age of Extinction was one of my favorite toys from that lineup. Because yes, I did buy a lot from the line, even though I didn't really do very many videos on the line of itself. Evasion Optimus Prime. This did a whole lot for $25. Yeah, I still remember how much these costed. These were $25 a fucking pop. And in the end, he stands as honestly my favorite Voyager in the whole fucking line. Yeah, there was Hound. Yeah, there was Galvatron. Galvatron. Not the toy. Not the toy. I cringe at the character at that point. Anyways, moving on. I still stand by this fact. This is honestly the best toy to come out of the Age of Extinction line. If you don't have this, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is a fucking great toy. And here's another thing. Just bearing that in mind, because I know a lot of you love it when I say that 30,000 times in a video. Bearing all that in mind, why on earth am I sitting here having to look at these prices and go, I bought figures of the same caliber for less? And what makes this suck even more is I'm having to fucking plan how I go about each line. I don't sit there and say, okay, this is what I'm just gonna buy the whole line and whatever I end up not liking, I'll just resell. No. There are some figures where I won't even touch it. Like, just flat out. There's a certain rule with me. I don't buy figures I don't care about. For instance, these little guys. The Titans Return Titan Masters. Notice how I only have a very select few of these. There's a good reason for that. Skytread. Straight up repaint of this. With a new face. Not worth it in my eyes. Underbiting Clobber. One's a straight repaint, one with a new face. No. And then there's Tarot, where I admit, it looked, for a new mold, it looked cool. But honestly, it came out in a wave where you had this dude. I really like this. This is the one I liked out of that wave. And you know, just because I kind of feel like bragging a little bit right now, I don't have the Shuffler wave. I have him and Repugnus. And I strongly feel Repugnus is the weakest of the line, and even then, that's counting all the ones I didn't buy. Of all the ones I didn't buy, I bought Repugnus entirely because of the fact that I remember him being a monster bot. I specifically remember who he is. I have more of an attachment towards Repugnus. I'm never going to give a shit about Clobber. I'm never going to give a shit about Skytread. I'm not going to give a shit about Tarot. I'm not going to give a shit about Overbite, Underbite, whatever the fuck his name is. And I already know for a fact they're launching in the comment section. Well, BC, you love the Dinobots and yet you won't buy Clobber and Tarot. I'm not buying those because in my eyes, Dinobots are full-fledged characters, not headmasters. Sounded a little bit of a G-whiner there, but I don't care. I really don't. And that in line is where I kind of give praise, but at the same time launch even more grief towards Hasbro. Cause let's be real here. What's another figure, like one that I know for a fact I haven't even reviewed yet? Let's come over here. A figure that I've had on the back burner for a while now. Titans Return Galvatron. This is a toy that I was really excited for. You know what? Let me read. There we go. Let me do this through style real quick. I really like this toy. I really do. But it's not Galvatron. I'm sorry, it's not. I mean, yes, he has the physical presentation as Galvatron. He has the colors of Galvatron. That's not Galvatron. This head flip gimmick thing, it's not Galvatron. And honestly, if it meant getting rid of this gimmick and getting a full-fledged transformable figure that doesn't involve removing the head, I would vastly prefer that. I would vastly take that over this. I would have been more than happy to wait an entire other line if it meant we got a truly proper Galvatron. Yes, that whole headmaster gimmick thing really hurt this toy. It really did. And then we move on to figures that honestly surprised me in ways I never would have imagined. I really dig this little dude. And that bugs me because I'm sitting here like, even right now, look at this. I would vastly prefer to mess with this little bumblebee. And then I look over at that Galvatron and I'm like, maybe next time. And then I never end up doing the next time. So does this make me a bad person? Probably. Do I care? Not really. But then, here's my another big thing that I'm gonna kind of, launch at you guys real quick. And that is, kind of getting away from the whole pricing and size classes and all that other crap. And I'm gonna start coming to you guys about this neat little thing called pre-tooling. And I've talked about this in the Transformers Talk Corner quite a few times. I've talked about this with a couple of other members within the community, and just in general, I do have my own opinions on it. I just, for the longest time, I decided to stay silent. But now, I think it's around about that time for me to actually kind of step up and say how I feel. Coming over here real quick. Kind of pulling him out real quick. And no, this is not just me viewing it as an excuse to show off toys, Scott. Here is Titans Return Alpha Trion. I almost called him Astro Train. He came out in the same wave. I'm sorry. But yeah, here is Titans Return Alpha Trion. The first official Hasbro Alpha Trion. This was huge for me. For many different reasons. Like, I couldn't... Like, it was hard for me not to want this toy. And the more I looked at it, and the more I saw its battleship mode, I knew for a fact this was going to get repurposed as something else. Lo and behold, kind of trying to get him back in here. We come over here, and I'm saying, come over here as in, like, anyways. He's slightly modded, but here's Broadside, which, as you can clearly tell, this is the figure that was clearly intended out of the mold. And I can't tell you which one I like more because I can guarantee you I'm gonna get a lot of shit for it. You know, let me turn on this lamp real quick. That might help some of the lighting a little bit better. There we go. Much better. You can see me a little better now. And you can kind of see some of the toys a little bit better, even though the lighting is kind of garish. So let's... And of course, you know, people don't know how to shut the fuck up. I'm ranting. I'm not even gonna edit this out. This is just gonna be straight raw, no editing, no nothing. I'm just gonna go. Anyways, yeah. Broadside. I like this guy. I really do. But his official jet mode was crap. So once again, so that was just kind of doing it with the Voyagers. I'd show it off with the leaders, except for the fact that the one that is clearly set up for the intended character, that intended character is not out yet. So I kind of have to move away from that. So with that said, here is Titans Return Blur, who looks way better in the lighting and just in general here in comparison to much better. There we go. But yeah, who looks way better on the camera than he does in my hands. This coloring is a little weird, but on my camera he's coming off as more of a blue, whereas here he's more of a blue-green. It's a really weird color, but I do like this toy. Coming back over here, here is Generations Titans Return Brainstorm, the Walgreens exclusive version. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I found out this was coming out, I waited for this one first. Yeah, I waited for this one. And I'm actually kind of glad I did, because just this really gave me a chance to really see the mold as a character I felt it was intended for. I like this toy a lot. Just this general mold alone I like. But as I stated in my reviews, while I do prefer Blur as a toy, I'm more attached to this one as a character. And then, you know, with every line, there's always that one figure that just, you know, as much as I was ripping on Titans Return Galvatron, I really like that one. For everything he does right, he does it so right. I really like that figure. But no one's perfect. And like no one believes in that any heavier than I do. And you can clearly see, you know, he's right there. That's Leader Class Soundwave. Another figure I have yet to review, which I'm getting on that, guys. I promise. But with that said, I'm going to get so much hate for this. I already know for a fact. I'm going to get so much hate for this. The little data disc, guys. The weakest so far was Stripe/Ravage. On a very personal level, I feel even Ravage is better than this guy. He's the low point for this line for me. And I get it, he's from the 86 movie, that's when he first came in, and he's supposed to be a grunt, he's supposed to be the troop builder, but that doesn't stop the fact that on a very personal level, I feel like this figure just shouldn't exist in this line. Just in general, I don't really feel like this figure deserved to be in this line. And it's kind of a shame, to be completely honest, that I feel this way, because this is another one I was really excited about. when I first saw the pictures for it, and I first saw it at San Diego Comic-Con, I was really excited about this. Then come to find out, once I get the figure in hand, he's not the little ball of awesome I thought he was going to be. And this might just be my own overhype. Because bear in mind, I said this figure was going to be garbage, and I ended up really, really liking him. Guys, and you know, since these guys are so easy to flip from one mode to the other, I'm just going to go ahead and flip him around. And this in lies a lot of the problems with the Legends line in general. While you have so many great ones, you'll have others that show up in this whole general size class that just makes you go, what in the fuck were you thinking? Am I the only one feeling like that? I might be. But yeah. And I guess, you know, the more I look at the robot, the more I'm like, okay, he's the cute little thing. Alright, fair enough. But that bugs me. That bugs me. I don't know why it does. It just does. I'm pretty sure there's already some way, shape, or form to actually give him proper arms or some crap like that. I don't know. Anyways, with that said, I don't know, just on a very personal level, Generations Gnaw was kind of a letdown for me. And once again, kind of getting into another thing that I really need to just kind of set straight right now. The community as a whole. I realize I touched on this a little bit in a previous BC Rants video where I was essentially defending the Combiner Wars line. This is me essentially doing the same thing. You guys, we gotta stop tearing each other apart. We really do. It's starting to get ridiculous, and it's starting to make us, whom half of this entire community are as Transformers fans, are full-grown adults. And we are tearing each other apart because someone just so happens to feel this is a good toy. And I'm not saying this is a bad toy. I'm just saying, like, in general, the general populace that likes this, the side that hates it, doesn't look at it as, oh, well, I don't like it, but you're a human, so you can like what you wish. We are so quick to tear each other apart and go, oh my god, I can't believe you like this crap. I can't believe it. It's worse with these, but I see it everywhere. My message to you guys, seriously, knock it off. I'm 23 years old and I'm sitting here telling half you fucking dudes who are easily twice my age, you need to fucking settle down. You gotta stop. I'm sorry. I'm done sugarcoating this shit. I'm fucking done. Y'all gotta stop this shit. And, you know, I'm sitting here futzing with my hair to keep me from completely screaming at the camera, because as soon as I scream at the camera, I go out the door. So, with that said, I think I'm going to take this as a chance to shut the hell up, try to calm down a little bit, maybe record a review or two tonight, and I'm just... The last night figures, that got to me. Just my general thoughts with the Titan Return line as a whole. A lot of that was bugging me. And just the community as a whole. We need to get our shit together. We really do. And, I don't know. With this said, guys, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it. Just buy.